What are underrated websites and what do you use them for? I use it for understanding what's happening with the weather and why. I've turned a lot of farmers onto this visualization over the years and most find it incredibly helpful as a part of their overall habit of weather watching. Asks when you plan to wake up and tells you what time to sleep to minimize waking during a sleep cycle, which makes you feel groggy and not well rested. Tip of my tongue. It's really effective and has helped me countless times. I always seem to want a word when I'm writing but forget what the actual word is. Obligatory link to website that makes Reddit look like Outlook. Does a pretty solid job at removing the background of any image. You can even just Ctrl+V. Con lowers quality a little. A library of public domain classical sheet music. You can pretty much find any classical music over 100 years old. I stopped buying sheet music when I discovered it. Plus, it's pretty easy to send music to students during e-class and lockdown. Edit. Wow, thanks guys, I'm glad my information helped some people. I use it to check if photos are photoshopped. It's basically a text-to-speech site that lets you copy and paste passages into a text box and then the computer will read it back to you. I use this when I need to type out papers, short stories or any other lengthy piece of writing as a way of proofreading. It's nice to use this way because then you can hear your errors read aloud. Tracks the price history of something on Amazon so you can see if a sale is actually a good deal. There was a similar post to this going around a while back that I bookmarked, because it was loaded with great stuff. Here you go everyone. 10-minute mail. No need to use my own email to read a random website. I made a Reddit account using these emails accounts still working fine. DeepL for translations instead of Google Translate. Although language options are still limited, the results are more natural and elegant. I'm a bilingual Chinese-English speaker and use this whenever I can't remember how to say a phrase in the other language. Allows me to search up a movie or a TV show and tells me where it's streaming. Edit. It seems like quite a few people are not able to view something they want to watch, but I also use 123 movies when the only option I have is to buy or rent it. There's also the option of torrenting with a VPN. You can use it to send emails to the future you. Been using it for almost 3 years. It helps put into perspective how much has changed over the course of a year. It tells you in real time where lightning strikes anywhere in the world. Nice to track when there is a thunderstorm where you live. Lets you share files privately, without size limit, with end-to-end encryption and without them being stored online. Note that I'm not related to this website in any way. A soft murmur lets you play all kinds of soothing background noises, like rain, wind, birdsong, waves, and rolling thunder. You can also overlay them to make your perfect background mix, which is perfect if you want to relax to the gentle sounds of a coffee shop on fire. Online image editor with Photoshop feature. Edit. Thanks for upvotes and awards. Don't forget to visit our Photopia, Boil the Frog. An awesome site where you put 2 artists in, and it makes a playlist connecting them for you. Thanks our music. Atomic Rockets, any kind of sci-fi thing, they got. Dungeon auto-generate dungeon maps, world maps, names, any kind of thing you need for a quick D&D game. Edit. There's also this for generating city maps. Edit. Thanks for the gold. I mainly use it just to be impressed by the photos and to have a good laugh. X200B. Easiest way to spend an hour or two learning about our history of the future. The Noun Project. Need an icon for something and don't have time to make it yourself? People from all over the world create them and upload them. Great resource for graphic designers. Icons available in SVG or JPEG, and they're doing stock photos now too. 3. A bunch of awards. Say what? Was not expecting that, thanks. They are masters at tracking down the exact clothes actors wear in TV shows. And they often show a similar cheaper option if your budget is not the same as millionaires. Edit. Mostly women's clothes, and no movies. Sorry, not mine. The woman who runs it is a noise engineer, and the site has a ton of different, adjustable soundscapes that can play for hours without truly looping. This is great if you want some background noise. I use it for revision and it is excellent. The net is important. The com version is a guy stealing all of their work. Tracking of airplane movements over the world, sometimes I even look myself up, when I'm on an airplane. Calculating distances between airports on the Great Circle has some other neat features, too. Kinda like Google Earth for the sky, planets and stars. Love that tool. German website to log Anatomy. If you're a university student and you need access to paid online journals, this is the website. You put in the DOI of the journal and it gives you the access to that journal. Good website, really helpful for my studies. As a graphic designer, this is legitimately the best website I have ever found. Cuts the time for making icons and logos drastically. It's great for dummy credit cards that will pass math checks, but that's it. Great for when you need to put information in for free trials or whatever. Forva for when you see a word in a different language or your own and you want to know how it's pronounced, or how it sounds in different accents, dialects. People record themselves saying words and upload it with their general location. I tell everyone I can about this site. Thank you for the silver, kind stranger. It's my first ever medal. Crying face. I check every few days or at least once a week. The site seems wonky today, though it normally shows the national flag of each astronaut. Paste info from your MS Word documents and it outputs as nice clean HTML. I've tried a few other options over the years, but this is the one I go back to. Saves a hell of a lot of time editing content for the web, which I get in Word documents. Really handy tool for time traveling. I don't get why more people don't use it. It tells you the best time for a bathroom break and gives a brief description of what you would miss. I use this to check whether the ice cream machines at the nearest McDonald's near me are broken or not. Teleparty. It's actually a browser extension, but it's fun being able to have movie night with the boys while in lockdown. The drug community knows about this one. This website is still one of the best websites for unbiased information about recreational drugs. This site has literally saved lives. Thanks for the silver and also correcting me on the web address. Need a part for your car? Don't want to pay full price? This is a searchable database of junkyards in the USA. Input your year, make, model, and desired part. It shows you what's available nationwide. Sort by distance, price, and condition. I recently got a tail light for my car for $50. Dealer price? $400. Sometimes when I just have to force myself to start writing, whether it be for class assignments or personal use, I use Scribbler, the most dangerous writing app, which deletes your work as you stop writing before the time limit runs out, word count is reached. Albeit it's a bit sadistic for me to go at it this way, but hey, it works. Removes paywalls for most scientific articles because scientific progress should not be restricted by means. Is a website I use to make shipping labels for much cheaper than taking it to the post office. It takes an $8 label down to like $3. It's also USPS approved and is super easy to use. Uses crowdsourcing and machine learning to gather amazing free online learning resources to help you learn about almost any topic you would want to learn about. This site gets Tintin for me. Historic currency converter. When I'm reading or watching something set in another time that mentions cost or value, I immediately use this site to see how monetary values from the past stack up in today's money. It allows for different currencies, as well. Thanks for the award, hard. Put in what you have in your kitchen, and get ideas for meals. Do believe they have an app too. Urban Dictionary. As an actual dictionary, I'm getting old and I get tired of asking the young people at work what the hell they are talking about. Generate fake credit card, for e-commerce testing, getting around paywall, won't work for buying stuff. Vectors in the image. I still think it's better than what Adobe can do. Truly, I found it here on a thread like this 7 years ago and it's been a crucial part of my business ever since. PDF 24 tools. For literally anything from turning pages to comparing PDFs, signing, converting, extracting text pictures, coloring stuff in, adding watermarks or whatever. If there is SCH you want to change about your PDF, then this is where you want to go. Has saved my grades multiple times. Z Library. For almost every book in existence. And articles for research purposes. Free of course. Edit for any kind of books from comics, random stuff, educational anything. Automatically generates colors that go well together. You can lock in which ones you like and generate more that go well with those too. Useful for everything art related. I use it for coloring Blender models. Standard ebooks for ebooks. Project Gutenberg is a well-known place for getting public domain books. Standard ebooks takes the text from PG Books and turns it into properly formatted ebooks. I always check if they have the book I want to read in standard ebooks before I go to PG. Like it says, you can look up movies and see whether the dog in the movie dies. There are other categories too, but I mainly use it to check whether the dog dies. Is a website in Australia with digitized, searchable copies of nearly every newspaper ever printed here. Resizing, shortening, creating, reducing file size. Just amazing and free. I've never used it for video, but I have been told it edits video in JPEG, etc. Website that shows you where local fruit trees or bushes are so you can go pick them. Good for frugal people, or home winemakers, whenever I want to take some time out from work or stressful situation. Really underrated is the best anime site that I use to watch anime. I used to use Crunchyroll but quickly got fed up with the amount of lag and ads. 4anime has no ads or buffering. I highly recommend. Edit4anime does have small ads on the sides in order to gain some profit, but they do not put ads in the middle of your show, unlike Crunchyroll's 5 minutes of unskippable ads. No convective outlook. This shows the risk of tornadoes and severe thunderstorms over the next few days. Much better than getting this info secondhand from your local news. You'll notice that the local news always changes the colors to make the forecast look worse. Khan Academy, a site where you can take free courses in science, mathematics, language arts. I use it in spare time just to enhance my knowledge on each field, and I will honestly say I learned better on Khan than I did school. I'm 21 BTW. Whenever I feel a bit saddened or useless, I like to go to and brighten my day with some silliness, because when I go somewhere, I hate getting caught in a traditional tourist trap. I love seeing off-the-wall places. Check if you have an account that has been compromised in a data breach. Have I been pwned? A collection of free Creative Commons sound effects. You can find almost any sound imaginable. I use it almost every single day.